Hey guys, good morning, man. It's another beautiful, beautiful day out here in Florida. I gotta tell you guys, man, it's a lot of great things happening. And today, I want to talk about different scenarios in church loans and why it's so important to be able to review the information and look for problems, situations that churches may incur. And you'll find there's a lot of pastors that have led big churches, but they're not leading that church anymore, and they want to buy a church facility, and they have no idea how to really go about it the correct way. So with that being said, it's a super important thing to actually talk about, because you'll get pastors that want to buy churches, but they don't have any members, nothing like that. They just want to buy the facility. So how does that pastor actually buy the church? That's the question. My name is Rick Charles. I'm a commercial mortgage broker, and I help churches buy their facility, refinance, and do construction if they're trying to do that. So I'll help them get the loan, help them go through the proper steps to get that done. With that being said, thank you for tuning in and checking out this content. So you have a pastor that's looking to buy a facility, and the scenario is the pastor is there. He wants to buy the facility, but he's no longer leading his church. So how does this pastor buy a church? Okay, that's the question now. So, can the pastor buy a church? Is the pastor allowed to buy a church? Absolutely. Yes, the pastor still can buy a church, even though it's just him by himself. Oh, he still can buy a church. Okay? Now, what do you mean he still can buy a church? Rick, you're not talking to me. All right? Meaning, he can buy a church. Now, the way he's going to buy the facility is not the same way as we would do our regular church loan for a church. The pastor is going to buy the church in terms of being an investor, not a pastor. Okay? So the pastor has to buy the facility in terms of being an investor, not a pastor. So what does that mean? So where a regular church would get 3-4% interest rate for the facility and whatnot, depending on where you're at. I can't be like it's going to be 3-4% everywhere. Depending on where you're at. 3-4% for the facility, he's not going to get that, unfortunately, because A, he doesn't have 100 members, B, he doesn't have 100 members, and C, he's not a complete church. So why would the bank risk putting investing money in a church that doesn't have anybody? That's number one. All right. Number two, what's going to happen? All right. So since the pastor is trying to buy the facility, we know he doesn't have 100 members. We know he doesn't have the church following right now. He's going to have to buy it as an investment property. Meaning, if he decides to buy the facility, it's going to be, in terms of a corporation, it's not going to be a church buying the facility. It's going to be a business buying the facility. He's going to have to buy the corporation, all right? It's going to require 25 to 30%, depending on if he has other investments, if he owns his property, all right? And the reason for that is if you're not experienced, they're going to charge you more. if you're an experienced investor and you can be like, yeah, I've got this property, that property, yeah, they're going to be like, yeah, it's 25%. So it may go 30% because they're charging you because you don't have any kind of experience. You got me? So with that being said, it plays such a key role in everything you're doing to make sure you make the pastor understand that he can buy the facility, but he's going to buy it as an investment property. And the thing is, he's going to rent it out to his church. Okay? So he can have a corporation called Preaching Investments, right? Preaching Investments, right? And the corporation can rent out the facility to Preaching Church. You see what I'm saying? So there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just the investment now is instead of the church paying their 4%, now the church is going to be responsible for paying the mortgage over to the pastor and whatnot. And that's the only difference. That's the only difference. So with that being said, it's like you have to do the things that allow you to be great and allow you to win. But what I will say is, just because you're a pastor and you want to buy a church facility, you can by yourself. But like I said, you're not going to reap the benefits of being able to pay 3 to 4% interest rate, things like that. You're going to have to position it a little different in terms of buying the property. So with that being said, I know I'm probably going to get a lot of questions like, how do they go about doing this? What I'm going to do is I'm going to put my link to my new webinar down below. And, you know, if you want more information, it's in the webinar. I discuss everything. I give you the play-by-play as to why you can win and whatnot. So also, I'm putting together a product launch funnel for you guys. So there's going to be 4 different videos where I talk about a lot of stuff that can definitely help you and your church facility, or you and your goals of what you want to do with your church facility get further. So if you haven't, make sure you hit the subscribe button and whatnot. Also, I got folks in the Ukraine helping out over there, and I'm going to put a donation link down at the bottom of the video if you want to put a donation in. I know I just put together a video that they recently hit the news, and you know, they're being talked about for a lot of the great work that they're doing out there. And you'd be surprised, there's a lot of American guys that are going from here to the Ukraine to assist. So I want to make sure I share that with you guys, and thank you guys for continuing to donate and support. Another thing, I'm gonna have a simple landing page and an application for you guys that want to get in quickly and find out how you can close more deals, help more churches become owners instead of renting locations, how you can help more people, provide more people to guide. Right now I have a church, Harvest Fire, whom is about to close, and I have a church in Brooklyn who's about to close also. So congratulations to those guys. It's a lot of work, but it's worth it. Once it closes, you know, everybody's happy. The church is happy. The congregation's happy, and they want all the guide and the stance and the input and with respects to getting where they're trying to go. So that's going on and whatnot. But for the most part, if you're a mortgage broker, I'm talking to you. If you want to help, you want to help a facility, or you have a church that you need assistance with, feel free to reach out to me. My contact information is going to be at the bottom of the video. I'm probably going to have a number on the corner of the video down here somewhere that you can actually reach out to me and shoot me a message and just say, hey Rick, can you help me? With this church? And I'll be more than happy to help you out, get you everything you need, point you in the right direction, and get that church loan closed, get that church in the building that they always wanted. So it's really about getting situated and understanding what's going on. So, that's the most important thing. In other news, I actually got a church from a broker. This church is up in Maryland, and it's a construction loan. And I haven't really talked too much about construction, but I know how to get it done. They're doing a $3.5 million construction loan, and I'm going to go through everything. And what happened was they were doing a deal, and they're trying to finance the project right now. So they're trying to get approved from a lender to get the deal financed. So the deal didn't go through. So hence I got reached out to and said, hey, can you help me with this? So this is a new project that's going to be in the works. It's going to be a nice facility, $3.5 million facility being built from the floor up for a church. So I'm going to make sure I share content with you guys, share stuff regarding that, so you guys are aware with construction and what actually happens. All right, so that's coming down the pipeline right now. I've got a couple of other wild deals being put together and whatnot, and we're gonna keep everything moving at a cool pace. All right. So with that being said, listen, if you guys want to work with me, if you guys want to, if you got deals that you want me to just take a look at for you, I have no problem. Just reach out to me and let me know, and I'll make it happen. If you guys got different church facilities, you got churches that want to be bought, but you have no idea what to do, reach out to me. I'll ensure that you make money and the deal closes. So reach out to me. Just let me know. The number one thing you can do is just let me know. As long as I know, I'll provide a way for you to win. All right. So with that being said, those things play a critical role in everything you're doing. Okay. I have churches that want to refinance that probably are that are probably currently paying a high interest rate, and they don't know if they actually qualify to get a regular church loan. Reach out to me. I'll help you. I'll give you the guidance. I'll help you. I'm not over here trying to overdo and be. No. My goal is to help. All right. And sometimes whoever you're working with just needs a simple question answered, or they need a simple point of view as to what they need to do in order to get that deal done. So my hopes is I can continue to put this content out for you guys, and as I put the content out, I'm gonna start trying to do more and more things to make them content more available for you guys, because I'm trying to email it. I'm trying to do a lot of different things to ensure that you guys are receiving and retrieving the content. So with that being said, guys, I want to thank you guys for tuning in. And like I said, if you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe to my channel, right? Make sure you hit the like button. Leave a comment if you got questions, or if you have a deal that you want me to look at or go through. I'm going to leave my contact information down below so you can reach out to me. And with that being said, thank you so much, guys. We'll talk soon. Bye.